Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. This is Tech PBA. So in this video I will show you how to schedule SQL Server backups or SQL Server backups on a Windows Server operating system. So this particular server is running the Sun Systems ERP software. So the Sun System is an accounting and financial ERP for managing the financial and then the accounting transactions of a business. So, and this particular Sun System ERP software runs on the SQL Server database. So we are going to use the SQL Server Management Studio to schedule the backup. So first off, I'll right click on the SQL Server Management Studio and then run it as administrator. Click yes on that. And then on the login page, you want to click the connect to connect to the database of the SQL server. And then the next thing I will do is to expand the databases folder to view all the databases, so you can see the databases for the Sun system over there, the query and analysis, report server, Sun DB, Sun domain DB, Sun system data, and then Sun system security. Those are all Sun systems databases in the SQL. And then we also have the system databases. We're also going to schedule a backup for those as well. So to begin with, you want to expand the management folder, and then under the management folder you want to select the maintenance plans. So to schedule a backup, we have to create a plan, a maintenance plan. So right click on the maintenance plan and then select the maintenance plan wizard. We are going to use a wizard to create the plan. So I'm getting this error message because the SQL Server Agent is not running, the service is not running. So to get around that message, that warning message, you want to right click on the SQL Server Agent there and then click the start option to start the service. Click yes to go ahead to start the SQL Server Agent service. When the service is started, you will see a green icon on it instead of red. So let's go back to the maintenance plan and then select maintenance plan wizard. This time the error message didn't show up because we've started the service. So click next, and then you want to give it a name. So I will call it a backup plan. The next thing is to leave the single schedule for entire plan or no schedule on, and then under the schedule you want to click the change option, and then the schedule type you leave it as the default, which is the recurring, and then there is the name of the backup or the name of the schedule, and the frequency I want to change it to daily because I want this backup to run daily on every day. And then the occurrence, it should occur every day at 12 a.m. I will leave the default. And then the date I want it to start on the 10th of October. As at the time I recorded this video, it was the 9th. Then the following day, the 12 a.m. is going to be 10th, so I will select the 10th so that it starts at the 12 a.m. tomorrow. So you can give it a description if you want, and then there is no end dates. I'll click next, I'll click OK, and then over here I'll click next to continue. So from here or over here you want to select the option you want. In my case, I'll select backup database for the checkbox beside that, and then click the next button. So yes, that's what I want to do, to back up the database fully, and then I'll click next. So on this page or on this window, you want to select the databases that you want to back up. So as we looked at it earlier, I'll select the query and analysis, the report server TermDB, Sun DB, the Sun domain DB, the Sun systems data, very important, and then the Sun systems security. And then, like I said earlier, I will also select the the system databases to be backed up as well. I'll leave that box unchecked and then I'll click the OK button to continue. So over here under the create a backup file for every database, that should be selected because that is what we want. We want to create a backup file for every database. I will select that to select the location where I want to store my backups. So I have two partitions. The D drive is where I want to keep it. I created this folder, the Sun SQL database backup folder. That is where I want to keep the backups. Then later transfer onto an external hard drive for offsite backup. So back onto the backup plan, I'll select that folder on the D drive and then I'll select the OK button. Then very importantly, I want to create a subfolder for each database so that it creates a database folder for each database that is backed up. So you can select the verify backup integrity, which makes the backup take long. So the choice is just me. I left mine unchecked. So over here you can also let the backup schedule create a report of the backups. So yes, I'll create a report and save it to the same location as the main backups or the main backups of the databases, and then click next. So this is a summary of the maintenance plan we just created. So to create a backup plan and then back up the databases fully and then also create a report. So once you click next, you should have a success feedback with all the things you want to do. Click the close button to close out of the wizard, and then we can see the plan that we just created, the backup plan we just created to back up our databases. So we can look at it. If you want to run the backups immediately after you create the backup plan, you can right click on the backup plan and then click the execute option to start the backup immediately. But since I said this is a live environment, the users are actually using it, so I'm not going to try to backup, which may affect their work. So I'll leave it till 12 a.m. for it to do it automatically. So one thing you should always notice that you should always make sure that the SQL Server agent is running. It has a green check mark on it, and then the next thing you want to do is to open the services and then go into the SQL Server area or the SQL Server area, select the SQL Server agents, double click on it, and then under startup type you want to change it to automatic. Click apply and then OK to make sure that once you do this, the service will always run. It will always run even after you reboot your system. The service will always continue to run. It will actually start up with the operating system when you reboot your system. So that is that. So we'll wait for the backups to complete. So on the next day, I checked the results of the backup by going into the D drive or the D partition and then opening the folder, the backup folder I created on the D drive or the D partition to store the backups, and then we can see that the backups indeed were successful. Every database has its own folder, and when we open it we can see that it has run for 2 days. It's run for 2 days. Then you can see all the databases backed up into their respective folders. And then also we can see the reports which have been saved in text files. So yes guys, this has been a video tutorial on how to schedule backups in SQL Server. It's also we also talked about how to, it also talks about how to back up your Sun System ERP. So kindly click on the subscribe button down this video to subscribe to my channel Tech PBA. Click the like button if this was helpful. Turn on notifications for all. Share the video, and then I'll see you in another video. Thank you. Bye.